with you.
You need it, I deliver. Plan on get bigger in this shit. Chop it up with my nigga.
Yep. It's your boy back again with another one. All right. So today I'm gonna talk about. I want to talk about how schools are reopening during a pandemic. Now, there's a lot of people that definitely disagree with this, teachers included, and parents, of course. And I feel like they're not being heard good enough, you know. People are not taking them as serious as they should, right? Teachers are demanding that schools be safe before they return, but they have little leverage short of quitting. Well, of course, most teachers are not, rock stars. They don't get paid rock star type money. You feel me? So it's like these teachers have very little leverage to go off of, knowing that they're putting themselves at risk going to a heavily populated area. You feel me? Which is a school. I mean, I could agree. When I first heard that schools was being put back in place, I felt like, why? Now, virtual makes sense, of course, but in person is a little radical right now. Of course, knowing what we know, right? Says, as more students return to classrooms, school districts need teachers to show up as well. But many are reluctant, arguing that not enough is being done to keep facility and students safe. Now, that should have been the first goal. That should have been the first goal. If you know what's going on, but you choose to turn the blind eye, but you also know that you're putting these people back into a heavy populated area where they are close encountered for majority of the day. I mean, one outbreak can cause thousands of families to, get sick, if that's the case. So, I mean, I definitely don't agree with that, but also, I mean, there's a lot of other people that don't agree with that as well. And I wish somebody would do something about that, to be honest with you, because it's not good for nobody. I mean, you could have an older uncle, cousin, grandmother, whatever the hell, little siblings that come by, whatever. People are trying to protect their family in this time, man. Shit is serious. And as serious as they making it, we got 800 and something thousand cases just in Texas. And Texas has probably the most schools open in the country. Hold on, I'm going to verify that for you guys. How about that? Okay, schools that is ordered open, which I'm looking at on CNN site, where schools are reopened in the U.S., Texas, Florida, I believe this is Arkansas. No, I'm not a fucking whiz, okay? But I believe that's Arkansas. And I don't fucking know, man. That was, look, y'all don't know with this shit. Iowa, I don't fucking know, bro. Right? Hold on, my bad. It is Iowa. How about that? It's Iowa, right? Now, out of those 4 states, Texas is the biggest. Texas is the biggest state out of all 4. So, knowing we have the most schools open in our state, right? Now, that's a problem for a lot of people. That's a problem for a lot of people. I feel like if the teachers are saying that they feel like there's not enough, it's not safe enough. It's not safe enough for students or teachers, they didn't do enough to protect them. I mean, these are teachers. We're not talking about idiots. You see what I'm saying? Like, they know something, you know? All of them went to college, they know something. So if that's what they're saying, that's what it is. And people should take it more serious, I believe. Now, parents, I feel like parents, they know something is wrong with that as well. But at the same time, you got parents that work and have obligations to, get money to provide for their family. I mean, so whichever way the ball rolls for them, they're going to, conform to whatever it is. Whether it's, oh, well, we're going to put schools back in place. Well, okay, my kid is going to school. Now, you might have some that's just against it altogether, but what can they do? What can they do? You going to say, well, I'm not going to put my child in school? They're going to put you in truancy court. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I believe, let me see if you choose not to put your child in school, do they still give you the option to use virtual school? Now, yeah, you can. I mean, anybody can, I believe. If you don't want your child to go to school, you can enroll them in virtual learning, I believe. But parents have been criticized for trying to teach their children. Parents have been criticized for pulling their children out of school and enrolling them in virtual learning. All kinds of stuff. Like they're depriving their children of their schooling. So, with that being said, I mean, they're doing what they have to do to keep their children safe, regardless if they have to hire somebody to teach them or teach them themselves. And learning starts at home. Know that. It starts at home. Now, how much time does a teacher spend with students? 180 minutes, 3 hours for kindergarten. 230 minutes, 3 hours and 50 minutes for grades 1 through 3. 240 minutes, 4 hours for grades 4 through 12. Okay? Now, and this is during the pandemic. Not much has changed. I see it said something about they're still doing block schedule. I mean, block schedule is an hour and 30 minutes per class. That's 4 classes per day. Hour and 30 minutes per class. Now that's a long time to be confined in a room with maybe 14 to 16 kids and one teacher. Now, we know that the mask is put into place, but how well does these masks work? I talked about that on one of my other podcasts. You might want to go check it out. 6 Feet Debunked and cloth face masks do not protect you. Yeah, go check that out. Now, on the other hand, on the flip side of things, there are problems with virtual learning as well. There's been a lot of kids not attending at all. Also, a lot of kids lack either Wi-Fi or computers. Now, I would, me personally, I would just think, if I'm going to mandate that, say 700,000 students, because that's how many students lack computers or Wi-Fi. 700,000. if I was to say 700,000, I'm gonna mandate these 700,000 students to, excuse me, to virtually learn from home. I would have to mandate 700,000 computers be mandated to them children, and also find a way to get Wi-Fi in each one of these people's houses. Period. Now, we know that education is important. We know that. So if we know that, we should take every step possible to not just educate, but to protect our children and teachers and staff members and whoever else. Are we doing that is the question. And we need to think about that. Are we doing that? Because these teachers can only do so much. Now, I'll give you a funny thing. I was thinking, I was like, yo, what is my ideal classroom if I was a teacher during a pandemic? And I was thinking, all right, so you go places like maybe corner store. You see the little glass hanging. Well, yeah, I would think maybe a little cubicle for the teachers. A little cubicle, a little glass, whatever. A little slot where the people, they slot their papers in and shit like that. That would be ideal. The only time you come in contact with me, it's never. You see what I'm saying? I might go to the front board, but I got my mask, and I'm 6 feet away from you if 6 feet works. But regulation-wise, I'm in regulation. You see what I'm saying? Now, that ideal is ideal classroom. Kids spread apart at least 1 to 2 desks each child. And that means we have to rearrange these desks. That's what we got to do to keep everybody safe, right? That's my ideal classroom. I feel like that would make sense to me. If you want to protect a cashier so bad, but you can't protect a teacher, that's a problem. An educator, that's a problem. That's not right, first off. Those should be some of the first people protected, just as well as, I don't know. I was going to say, celebrities go into a restaurant. They're bound to get free food just off of them being a celebrity or, anything. Now, say, for instance, an ex-military guy, somebody served their country, goes into a restaurant. Do they get that same treatment? Or a teacher, if they go into this, do I get to show my teacher, ID, and do I get a discount or do I get free food? Because those are the people that's shifting and changing, they're shifting the minds of the youth. They're teaching the minds of the youth. Those are the ones you want to take care of. Those are the ones you want to look out for. Because a lot of these teachers are living below their means, but they're doing some of the most honorable work. You got to think about that. You know what I'm saying? For the teachers and students and parents that's forced to be in some of these horrible conditions, or it's not even about just the condition, it's also a mind thing of thinking, having to deal with it in your mind, like, I'm possibly going to contract the virus today. That anxiety alone can be devastating, I believe. So to you guys, I apologize. Okay? I wish better. I hope we learn from this. And I think some schools did open and then close just off the fact that somebody did catch a virus. So at the end of the day, what we learn is basically, use your common sense as a parent, use your common sense as a teacher, you know, and do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever it is, just use your knowledge and do what's best for you and for your family and for your children and for the ones, your loved ones, anyone around you. Do what's best for you. Okay? That's what I'm going to leave you with. I don't make the news, I just report on it, you feel me?
You need it, I deliver. Plan on get bigger in this shit. Chop it up with my nigga.